Hello, good morning. As we have breaking news, we have new news this time, and Somalians are finally taking a break from this. We have 8 individuals charged in a $68 million adult care fraud in New York. And also in North Carolina, we have a Nigerian guy charged for about $72,000, which is ain't much compared to the millions we have over there. So we are finally giving the Somalians a break. Let's go into it and see what took place in these places and analyze what is going on. It's getting crazy, and Minnesota is continuing with their fight too as things escalate over there. It says Brooklyn Daycare scam, plead guilty to $68 million Medicare fraud. Two women in Brooklyn just admitted to running a $68 million scam, billing Medicare for adult daycare services they never provided. Wow, that is crazy. And I'm guessing these are the individuals, the two of them that are involved in that. That is crazy. I know that is another thing that happens a lot in these places. And we have this other person who say a Nigerian king in North Carolina named Ikeli Kamachuku. Hey, yeah, was shot. Considering that I'm African, that we have different persons of Africa. Okay, don't hold that against me. Have been charged with 27 felonies and defrauding Medicaid, $72,000 with fake child therapy claims. Man, he looked like one of my teachers back in the day. That is crazy. And yeah, this is crazy. But I don't think we should be worrying about this guy. This are the people right here. $68 million. How, I want to know, what is the time frame over? How long is that over? And this they're saying also here that there is many centers in Georgia, in Clarkston, Georgia, that have Obamacare enrollment places. Let's go and hear from them themselves.
We're in Clarkston, Georgia, dubbed as Ellis Island of the South, home to the largest refugee city in all of America. And we just walked around one plaza. And Fabian, what did we see there?
So every single store, from your iPhone repair store to the pharmacy to the grocery store, everyone had signs to sign up for Obamacare in there. Every single store.
We walked around another plaza, and there's like 5 stores here and 2 more Obama enrollment care centers. So Fabian, what is that now? 5 or 6 Obamacare?
Yeah, the only place that you can't get Obamacare apparently is the hair salon right behind this.
We're in Clarkston, Georgia, dubbed as...
Interesting. I don't know, for some reason I just don't trust these two guys, man. I don't know why I don't trust them. But let's continue.
That law enforcement is a sickness when you yourself is.
Over the last week, I've literally interacted with over
300,000 plus real Chicagoans who say that it is hate speech for you to evoke the Civil War, to evoke bringing back the Confederacy, to say that law enforcement is a sickness when you yourself have over 150 sworn police officers on your detail. What do you say to these people, and will you ask your 150 sworn police officer CPD detail to stand down if you and your wife Stacy are ever attacked, shot at, or rammed with a protester vehicle?
First of all, I'm sorry to hear that your numbers of interactions have gone down to only 300,000.
Actually millions, but personally I've interacted with over 300,000, believe it or not.
It went down this week.
No, it's going up. Higher than yours, by the way.
Okay.
By the way, check out your comments. Check out the comments on your feed.
I think it's important to be able to make sure that to the people that you're talking to, though you're talking to less and less people every week, is that they know the truth. Here's what I've said. That the addiction on jails and incarceration and the addiction of militarism, it is an evil. Dr. King made that very clear.
Really?
He did. And so I believe it's incumbent upon us to make sure that the real Chicagoans or the real people of America Instead of sending billions of dollars overseas, we should be spending it on the people right here in the city of Chicago.
Well, the real Chicagoans that I talk to, that I communicate with, mostly black and brown, actually, tell me that you don't seem to know the difference between illegal aliens and real Chicago citizens. They feel that you are siding with the illegal aliens over them in their communities. And sadly,
let's get to the question.
Let's get to the question. The real question is simply this. I don't know how to make it any more direct. An illegal alien from Nicaragua grabbed a woman on the north side last week, bashed her head into the sidewalk, knocked her unconscious, and raped her.
What?
If that had been your wife, Stacy, if that had been your wife, Stacy, would you want ICE to deport her, to deport that illegal alien? Yes or no? Answer the question as a man, not as mayor, but as a man. Would you want ICE to deport that rapist? No? Okay. That's the answer. That's the answer for real Chicagoans.
Mayor, sorry for being late to traffic's bad. Maybe the Fed's been helping.
You're not blaming me for the traffic, are you?
Ha 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 ha.
Wow. Yeah, this they are going at it. I don't know what they got, but the reporter seems to got very mad when he was told that his numbers are going down. Man, America it's been a lot of crazy things going on.
That they stole. Look at all that $9 billion and then put nothing in the community. Fuck them somebody. It's just like George Floyd. His stupid ass family got $20 million and they didn't even build a community in the city. They just left with the money. Fuck George Floyd too. Put all that shit on to whatever you film. Put that shit out there. Cause that's how it go. When you don't fuck with the community and help the community, fuck you. They took that money and left. Now look at them. They all broke. They got tricked out of all that money. They ain't got shit right now today. For $20 million. Come on, man. Quit playing with the game. All this shit is a farce.
Hold on.
Then look at all the money that they stole.
Was the $20 million for George Floyd's family, or was it for them to build something in the community in the name of George Floyd? Because sometimes they do that, like a foundation. They will build a foundation in the name of somebody. But he's saying F everybody, the Somalians, George Floyd. He volunteered that in there.
This lady is a beautiful 19-year-old young lady who was murdered in August of 2025. Her name is Daycare Thompson. Say her name. She was abducted, sexually assaulted, and murdered, then thrown over a bridge like a sack of garbage by an illegal alien by the name of Hugo Hernandez Mendez. He was in the country illegally.
Man, they need to lock him up
for drunk driving and released. They did not. The city
and after that, deport his ass.
ICE, where he could have been deported, and maybe Daycare's beautiful self would still be alive.
Okay, in the case of him, he don't need to get deported right away. No. He needs to face his consequences here in the United States. Then after, or if there is any chance of him being free, then deport him. No. They don't need to deport him right away. No. That would be an easy way out. Nah. He don't need to get deported.
Nobody raised $1.5 million on Daycare's behalf. Yet all this money has been raised for the young lady in Minnesota who was demonstrating, trying to prevent us from getting prevent ICE from getting people like Mr. Hernandez Mendez, who unalived Mr. Daycare. You people out there demonstrating, your moral compass is all fucked up. And normally I don't use profanity, but it's necessary here. You guys are twisted, demented. Why weren't you demonstrating for Miss Thompson? Where were you then? Where were the GoFundMes for her? You guys need to get a grip. You're on the wrong side of history, a term you left-wingers love to use. You're on the wrong side of history. I have a daughter who's a little bit older than Miss Thompson. And God forbid anything happened to her. Because I guarantee you, that person probably would not end up seeing justice via the justice system. Justice would come another way, I promise you that. May this beautiful young lady, please, rest in peace. And I hope her parents and all her loved ones, I pray for their comfort.
See, times like this too is where the black community, our people, our type of people also need to rally behind this and come out. Because like I like to say, you can say what you want to say about white people, but whatever they are passionate about, they are going to come out in their numbers and they're going to represent. Whether you think it is right or not, as long as they think it is right, they are coming out in their numbers. And that is something that is missing in our community, that type of love. We are quick to be violent towards each other, but I don't understand why we can't. This is something that is our fight. I know we're saying, black people are saying they're going to take a break on the fraud and all the stuff going on. I know that also stems from Somalians saying they're not black, they don't want to be associated with black. I seen those claims years ago, and they've been saying, I understand that. And also, in general, many people are just saying, this is not just a Somalian thing. We're talking about the fraudsters in general, because we have great Somalian people in our community. I myself can attest to that. I've seen it with my own eyes. Now, they are isolated. I know that. They are. And also, one of my friends sent me something about the Nick Shirley thing. He is definitely not a Nick Shirley fan. So we'll start with that and we see what's going on how Nick Shirley has been talking about stuff. Let's get into this video and watch that.
Diarrhea dumpster, but he said he'd do some tax cuts because when people are feeling okay, they want to start demanding money instead of being like, oh, we should pay this debt down. Nope. Then what happens? COVID happens. Who do we vote in? Oh, Biden. Every single time a Democrat gets voted in when things are actually bad. That's just what happens. Biden came in. Frankly, he didn't do that bad of a job. We came out of COVID stronger than every single one of our other G10 allies, other economic global Western leaders. We came out strong. Inflation was up because COVID happened. Then things are comfortable. What do? We elect a moron again. So you guys like to bitch about Democratic policy sucking, but every single time that you need somebody to save you, it's always the Democrat. It's always mommy, please, mommy, we're failing. We need to bail the banks out. Mommy, COVID hit. Trump doesn't know anything. He just keeps putting tariffs on there. I hear that they're taxes, but I don't understand. I thought the businesses would pay for it. Mommy. That's all it is, dude.
What American city is prospering right now?
Austin. Nashville's doing good. Phoenix is doing good. Basically, any place with low state tax is getting a lot of.
In any place that's
getting a lot of federal, subsidies. Yeah, of course they're doing well.
Not Democrat.
I don't know about that. I mean,
name a Democrat city that's prospering right now. Name one.
Hey, name one. I love this talking point when people talk about how shitty Democrats are. They're like, oh, they have stinky ass. They suck. And yet, every time there's a crisis in the United States, you motherfuckers vote Democrat. That's how it's been. For like the past 20 fucking years. We collapse in 2007. Horrific collapse, right? The worst recession since the Great Depression, factually. Who gets voted in? Barack Obama. What does Barack Obama do? A pretty decent job, frankly. You could shit your pants, but that's what it was. He came in, cut the annual federal deficit in half from 1.3 trillion to 650 billion. That's economically solid. Brought a bunch of jobs back, implemented Obamacare. You guys can cry about the ACA, but the reality is that it removed lifetime caps for insurance coverage, and it forced you to pay to protect pre-existing conditions.
What is your thoughts on that? There's many people. I've heard that one too. Like they didn't like those moves. But let's see this.
Like a video later,
and he's like, I didn't want to watch.
And he's like, I didn't want to watch it, but it disappointed me you didn't make a statement. It's like, brother, he's telling you he made a statement. Like, honestly, you're just stupid.
Like, what, he might be one of the stupidest people in America. Like, Nick Shirley is genuinely a dumbass, and I wonder if he actually thinks what he's doing is journalism.
I think so.
That's crazy.
Like,
to me,
I think like after that, it's like, oh no, I don't think he's like smart enough to grift it.
So
Who do you think are the 3 most benevolent billionaires?
What do you mean by the word benevolent?
Bro is literally illiterate.
He's a dumbass.
Like, he's genuinely stupid. When he's talking to this guy, and he says, like, well, you know what Somalis are known for, right?
Piracy.
Piracy. Because of the one movie.
Because of one movie.
Like, oh my God, dog. This guy is genuinely stupid.
Andrew Kelly had pushed back on him and said, like, well, that's like maybe like over there, like, what about Somalis here? Like, they're not on boats, they're not doing anything. And he's like, yeah, but stealing? That's piracy. Oh my God, mother. No, I thought it was hilarious when he was like, it really doesn't.
What you guys think about this, guys? I want to know, because my friend always sends me these videos and his thoughts.
Be specific. Well, they tried to come after me. They tried to debunk all my whole entire story. They then, who's they? All the news. Would you just get more specific? CNN. Who within CNN? PBS. Who's the reporter? I don't even know her name because she's irrelevant.
I love that. How'd they come after you? Be specific. Geez, they proved everything I said was a lie. Yeah, I can't believe the news and real reporters did actual investigations and found out everything you said was fucking bullshit. Any of that fraud that's been discovered in Minnesota is over cases that have been going on for years and people have actually been arrested for.
Yeah, that's that guy.
None of
David.
it has anything to do with any of the businesses that this kid has harassed. Said he's mad people are calling him a grifter and a YouTuber instead of a journalist. You're not a journalist. A story without evidence isn't a story. You're just rage baiting.
You came after me.
And also, what many people have to understand that Nick Shirley is the one with the platform. The platform with a lot of people. But the guy with actually the information is David, the older white guy that he goes with. But this is something somebody said here that is very interesting. He said, this kid is an industry plant. How does he get access to the El Salvador prison in El Salvador? That is also very true. How did he get access to that? We can definitely tell Nick Shirley is on Trump's side. He's been to the White House to meet Trump. They have talked and had many things going on. So we definitely know Nick Shirley is on that side. Let's see this last video.
The way they're operating inside of there, they had the violations. Those people are not able, they were operating fraudulently inside that daycare. But
wow. Hey Nick, you said that there was nobody there. Then how did they get violations if there were no kids there?
That's a very good question.
Non-answer.
Fraud would mean there's no kids, but the violations relate to like poor safety conditions that put the kids in danger.
And so why would they be operating, and why would Minnesota continue to be giving them millions of dollars if they're receiving all these violations?
First and foremost, if they needed the infrastructure for these kids, it's not easy to just close a facility down. That's number one. Number two, violations are going to happen even if you're running a really good operation because the auditing teams need to find violations. This happens at my wife's job all the time. She works with people in the IDD community. They get violations for dumb shit. Like, you're supposed to have an extra staff, or, I don't like the way that this behavioral plan is worded, but they stack up. And usually, like, the general infrastructures, you get, like, violations. If they're bad, like, you usually have, like, 90 days or 30 days. It depends on the infrastructure to settle the violation. If not, it could escalate and you could potentially get shut down. So, like, that is something that just happens. You get violations at certain places. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. It doesn't make it, like, uninhabitable.
Yeah, that is a very good question too. Like, if he said that there's fraud going on there, then there's no kids, so how do they get violations? But then again, there's showing facts of the violations that they have, and they don't pertain to exactly what they are saying. But then again, it's gonna have to take for a lot of information to come out. HSI is there doing investigations. They are going around. And also, what I've been noticed is most of this target have been took and put on the learning center that they went to that has the learning spelled wrong. So all of the blame have been took and focused on that. Because if that's the case and that's the only thing that's the news been showing and talking about, then they are not doing very much good on showing the rest of it. But David says he has the white guy that goes with Nick Shirley, the older guy. He has more information in his hand on his papers. And at some point, we seen in his footages that he was daring people, betting them at $100,000 that he has information that can prove that he is the one that has the correct and right information. But you guys let me know what you think in the comment section. And also, I definitely think Nick Shirley is with the MAGA guys, even what the guy said, how did he get access to go to El Salvador to film those and show? You could tell that there's a mission behind all of those. Like we seen him in the White House, more footages of that. I mean, the work that he does is very impressive, and it's very dangerous too. Not everybody can put themselves into those situations and stand in front of people and risk their life like that. So we have to give that to him. As him being a journalist, yes, to some point, yes, we have to give him that one, because for other videos he do. But is he also an industry plant? I would kind of say, sort of in a way, yes. But you guys let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section. And if you're not subscribed or following, do that right away, which helps me grow and helps you get information. It's a win-win, baby. Have a nice day. Good morning.